What's up and welcome to FPL Today. I'm your host JNO. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another price bracket player review as we look at medium price defenders in today's episode and work our way through defenders, midfielders and strikers through each price bracket and try and pick out the best options for you guys to put into your fantasy Premier League sides. But before we get into that, if you love FPL content in your subscription box, why not consider subscribing to the channel where we are doing 30 days of FPL. We are currently on day 23, so almost at 30 days. So make sure to subscribe and check out the previous videos and let's get on with this one. So we are looking at medium price defenders, and for me these players can be really important because if you find the right ones they can have a massive effect on your season. What we're looking for is someone that can get clean sheet points but also add to that with goals or assists. If you find that player in the medium price bracket, you can put him in your team, put him in and forget about him and just watch the points pile in. So the first one we're looking at today is Kieran Trippier, coming in at 5.5 million. Last season he was not the top choice at Tottenham Hotspurs. Kyle Walker was, but Kyle Walker, as we all know, has moved to Man City, and as of this moment Spurs have not brought in another right back, which means Kieran Trippier probably is going to be the #1 choice right back for that Tottenham Hotspurs side. And what's got everyone so excited and why he's in so many teams is because last season when he did get a run in the first team, he had some really good underlying stats, which suggests his 5.5 million price tag may be undervalued by the FPL website. Last year he got 6 appearances, 12 if you include substitute appearances. He got 3 clean sheets and only conceded 3 goals in his time when he's on the pitch for 60 minutes or more. His CBI, which is clearances, blocks and interceptions, was at 25, which isn't bad considering his game time. And chances created is where it gets interesting because he created 13 chances with 5 big chances created, and all of those big chances seem to have turned out into an assist as he got 5 assists out of 6 starts in the Premier League. The fixture list for the beginning of the season for Kieran Trippier isn't too bad either. Newcastle and Everton the away games, Chelsea, Burnley and Swansea as the home games. The only reason people worry about Spurs is because of the Wembley factor, but I do believe defensively that probably isn't going to be as big an issue. For me right now, if you're looking at Spurs coverage, you're probably going to be looking at the wing backs, and for me, Kieran Trippier showed in this small amount of time in the first team that he could be great value at 5.5 million. The next player we're looking at is Michael Keane from Everton, coming in at 5.5 million. Now I know Everton don't have a great start to the season, I know this, and I will probably not be putting an Everton player in my starting 11, especially in the first 5 to 6 game weeks, because they are facing so many of the top 6 from last year that the likelihood of them getting clean sheets is very slim. However, Michael Keane and that Everton side in general, as well as their defence, are starting to look stronger and stronger as the transfer window goes on, and because of that, Michael Keane could potentially be in a defence that get around the 15 clean sheet mark if they find a good run of form. On top of that, he has shown promise in the box that he could maybe get some goals to add to that total. Last season he had 35 appearances in total in a Burnley side with 10 clean sheets, conceded 49 goals, but that should be less now he's at Everton. His CBI was 376, which was very good for that season, and he had 16 headed goal attempts on goal. Potentially if they bring in Sigurdsson showed last year that he can find the head of defenders, forwards, everyone in the box, and maybe Michael Keane will benefit from that. Their fixture list is a rough patch of first fixtures, as Stoke come first, but then it's Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham and Man United. So maybe someone to hold out on and see how that Everton team do in those tough first fixtures. Next up from Crystal Palace, and we have Scott Dann coming in at 5 million. Now there's a reason he's in here, and you may be a bit iffy and suspect about this, but Scott Dann does have the potential to score a lot of goals. 2 seasons ago he was scoring quite a few goals for a defender, and looking at that Crystal Palace side and trying to figure out a nailed on defender, Scott Dann, unless Frank de Boer has other plans, should be in the starting 11, I'd imagine. Last season he only had 19 starts but 23 appearances in total, only got 2 clean sheets, conceded 36 goals, had a CBI of 154, but he had 19 headed goal attempts on goal. If he can just convert even a quarter of them, that would have upped his score significantly last season, so we're hoping that he can do that this one. His starting fixtures aren't too bad either, as he's got Huddersfield, Liverpool, Swansea, Burnley and Southampton in the first 5. We then move on to Ryan Shawcross, who is in a Stoke side that can be defensively solid but have not really set the world alight defensively, but they did get 9 clean sheets last season. Ryan Shawcross again is a pretty nailed on player in that Stoke side. I can't see him not playing. He played 35 times last season, and he has also shown that he can get in the box and potentially get on the end of some crosses. Last season, Stoke conceded 53 goals and Ryan Shawcross got a CBI of 327. Headed goal attempts, he had 13 headed goal attempts on goal, and the fixture list shows games against Everton, Arsenal, West Bromwich Albion, Man United and Newcastle. So again, a mixed batch there, but if you're looking to rotate a £5 million option, Ryan Shawcross could help you out. And then finally we have Joel Matip coming in at 5.5 million from Liverpool. Now, I believe Klopp is going to have worked on Liverpool defensively, especially against weaker sides. He may not do that, but if someone is going to come in and really steady the boat, it looks like Joel Matip might be the one to do it. He also has shown that he could potentially score goals, so if Liverpool tighten up a bit, he could be a great option. Last season he had 27 starts with 29 appearances in total, 9 clean sheets only, but conceded 25 goals. His CBI was at 207, but he had 16 headed goal attempts on goal, so if he can convert some of them and get more points, he could become a great option. Liverpool's fixture list, you never know with Liverpool what's an easy game and what's a difficult game, but Watford, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Man City and Burnley seems to be a mixed bag of both good and bad, so who knows how Liverpool would do at the start of this season. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of FPL mid-price defenders. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me and hit that notification bell if you want to be updated when I'm going live on the channel and also when the videos are out. If you want to support the channel at all, check out the links in the description down below. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.